So as we talked about a little bit earlier in the show, I'm in Austin right now. We did our movie meetup in Austin, and the movie that we watched was the third film in the Now You See Me franchise. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Now, full disclosure, I'm not a big fan of the first two films. I didn't hate the first one, to be honest. I didn't hate it, but the second one I thought was quite a step down for it. So I was really surprised they were even making a third. And I didn't have a lot of hope, but I did start hearing some people say it was the best of the trilogy so far. So it's like, okay, you know me. I leave my expectations at the door and I go in to watch the movie. And what I watched was one of the biggest pieces of garbage that I've seen in a long time. And it breaks my little Italian heart to say that because I really like every single one of those people in this movie. And I'm about to give you a little heads up here. I'm going to spoil the whole movie for you. All right. So if you don't want this movie spoiled for you because you've been waiting for years for chapter 3 of the Now You See Me franchise, well, you might want to click away because I'm going to spoil this thing. Now, look, first, let me give a disclaimer here. As much as I hate this movie, and I'll go into why in a minute, I want you to keep in mind that overall, this thing's got a 60% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which may not be a great rating, but it does mean that the majority of the people who have seen it like it.
Still technically
so
fresh.
Just because I hate this movie does not necessarily mean that you will hate this movie. So if you've been really excited about going to see it, don't let me dissuade you from seeing it. Go check it out for yourself. But if you're on the fence, let me give you a little shove. Okay, so here's the thing that really irritates me. One of the things that bothers me about the whole series is that a number of things they do, unlike when you watch a good bank heist movie and then they reveal how they did it, you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's how it would work. Like the stuff they do in the Now You See Me movies, no, it's just witchcraft. It's just sorcery. Like, okay, yeah, oh, I see you had a piece of paper up there. That's still not how it would work. Like you're doing things that are not humanly possible, even by the great illusionists of today. But whatever, that's a side thing. Here's the thing that really kills me. So the whole basis of this movie, okay? The basis of this movie is that the horsemen have been broken up for a bit, but each of them get a card from the Eye, directing them to come back together and join up with these 3 younger kids. And that they need to work with these 3 younger kids, the Eye directs them to take down this big international arms dealer played by Rosamund Pike, I love Rosamund Pike, and she's really good in the movie, who's got this priceless, most valuable gem in the world, the heart diamond, right? And the Eye directs them to work with these kids. Okay, so as it turns out, it was all set up by the 3 kids. Okay? There, I just gave the whole movie away.
It was you darn kids.
Yep, it was the 3 kids. They set up everything. They tricked the horsemen into helping them. It was all about one of the kids who was secretly the younger half-brother of Rosamund Pike, who had stole his family name and killed his mother and stole his family fortune from him. Turns out that him and his 2 friends just wanted to get revenge on this girl and, right the wrongs that she committed. And they tricked the horsemen into helping them out. Okay, so now that you know the end, here's where it got me absolutely infuriated. In the midst of the movie, before we as the audience and before the horsemen find out that this is all just being set up by these 3 kids who are now working with the horsemen, they go to this, you see parts of this in the trailer, they go to this French chateau that in this picture they're standing in front of. And it's a mansion of all the late great illusionists. And inside is Morgan Freeman's character. Hello, my horseman. And they clearly have great affection and love for each other. Oh, but wait, the French police show up, and in the midst of their escape, you'd think, in the midst of them trying to escape from the police, Morgan Freeman's character, their beloved friend, gets shot and dies.
Oh, man.
And to which is very emotional and everybody's very sad.
It's like bucket list.
But he gets shot and dies. And by the way, they're all in this room. the Horseman, the three kids, and Morgan Freeman are all in this room together when they hear that the police have arrived at the mansion. So Morgan Freeman tells all the rest of them, split up and run. And I remember thinking, I'm sitting there in the theater, I'm like, for why tell them to split up and run? And then, so they're all running and the various police officers are chasing each group running around through the mansion. And Morgan Freeman, he stays in the room and then the police show up and Morgan Freeman does a little trick and he escapes through a hatch into a secret tunnel under the ground that leads out of the mansion, which immediately raises the question, why the fuck did Morgan Freeman tell them to split up and run through the mansion?
And why did he wait?
Yeah, instead of us standing around and waiting here for the police to come in, hey, I got this door in the floor here. Let's just all go into it and escape through the secret tunnel. No, I'm like, I literally ask out loud to the people sitting here, why the fuck did he have them run away? Why didn't they all just go through the tunnel? Anyway, then going through the tunnel, the police catches up with Morgan Freeman, they shoot him and he dies and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, you fast forward to the end of the movie, right? When it gets revealed to the Horsemen that these three kids have been behind this thing the whole time. And they're the ones who masterminded this because they wanted to take down this corrupt arms dealing Rosamund Pike and take the money that she's stolen from people and give it back to the people. And the Horsemen are like, wow, you kids are really good. And never once did one of them decide to bring up, hey, question, why did you get our friend killed? Never once did they go, oh, you've been behind this whole thing. Like okay, you do know that our mentor got shot and died in an underground tunnel. Like, not one of them even brought it up. It was all good. No worries. And then they're doing these things where, oh, this is how we pulled off the big illusion at the end. The only problem is the way you're explaining the way the illusion got played out. In the movie, we saw while this was going on, two of the people involved with the illusion were in completely different places, completely inconsistent with the narration and linear timeline of the movie. And it just flew apart. Oh, and at one point, Rosamund Pike captures all the Horsemen in this big glass box and is like, yes, it's like an old Bond villain. I'm going to fill up this box with sand.
I expect you to die, Mr. Bond.
That's exactly it. I expect you to die, Horseman. But oh, wait. Tick-tock, it's getting late. I can't stay here and keep an eye on you, or can I spare the manpower to leave somebody here to keep an eye on you to make sure you die very slowly in this big glass box that fills up with sand? So we're all just going to leave and trust that it'll all work out. So she leaves. Nobody's there to keep an eye on them. And all it takes was Isla Fisher, who's got a wedding ring with a diamond in it. I'll use the diamond to cut the glass. And they break out of the glass. Anyway, they came this close to dying, and not one of them brought up, hey, this little genius plan of yours, three kids who masterminded this whole thing, we almost fucking died.
Hey,
you just about got us killed.
It's hard out there for
nothing.
magicians.
And I'm just watching this whole thing, and I'm like, I love the director. I love all the actors. And by the way, they brought back, what's the actress's name who was one of the Horsemen in the first one, but then they replaced her with Isla Fisher in the second one. And she's the love interest in Hot Tub Time Machine. Guys in the live chat, help me out if you remember the name of the actress. Lizzie Kaplan. Yeah. And I love Lizzie Kaplan. That was the one big pleasant surprise for me, that Lizzie Kaplan comes back in, because she's so unceremoniously just disappeared from the second film. Anyway, it's a terrible film. This is a terrible, terrible movie. And I just don't know what else. I just came out of the theater for the movie meetup and I was like incensed. I was like, oh my God, like I still couldn't get over that they do the big reveal and all the Horsemen, the three gets all hug. Oh, this is so great. Oh, wait, you killed our friend because of you and this stupid plan that you could have let us in on and we could have helped. But no, you got our friend shot and killed and they never brought it up once. I don't know. It really irritated me a lot.
Can tell.
But again, that's just me. Sometimes, guys, there's a movie you love and you see that everybody else in the world hates it. And you're like, what is wrong with reality? Or sometimes, like me in this situation, you see a movie that you absolutely loathe, but then you look at the critic scores and there's a good amount of people that like it. And I think I'm taking crazy pills because this movie is terrible.
Guys, we want to take a second and thank the sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. You know, guys, as the days start to get shorter and it starts getting dark before you've even had dinner, this time of year can feel a little heavier than usual. And something I've been trying to do lately is to reach out to people I haven't connected with in a while. Just last week, I messaged a buddy of mine that I haven't talked to in a while, and we just grabbed lunch. And afterwards, I found myself thinking, why didn't I do this sooner? This time of year isn't easy for everyone, and staying connected really does matter. We're better when we have community, when we have support, and when we make the effort to check in with the people we know and love, and check in with ourselves. And for a lot of people, reaching out for therapy is the same way. It can feel like a big first step, but once they do, they often say, why didn't I do this sooner? And BetterHelp can be that first step. BetterHelp's therapists follow a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the US. They'll also do the matching work for you. After a short questionnaire, they'll help connect you with someone who fits your needs, drawing on more than 12 years of experience. And if the match isn't quite right, you can switch therapists anytime. So this month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Campea. That's better, HELP.com/Campea.
Anyway, Rob, you've seen that this movie was coming. What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
Look, I've only seen the first movie of this franchise, and I liked it. You know, so I have not seen, and I like Isla Fisher too a lot. So I have not seen this. I haven't seen the second one, nor have I seen this. And these are John. These were always. I saw the first one in the theater, but I felt after seeing it, I could, if there were sequels, I can catch up with them on cable or something on streaming, which I haven't done. But the first two movies collectively made almost $700 million. So it makes sense to me that they made a third one. It's another Lionsgate franchise that quietly makes money for them. And I think it's Lionsgate. Is it Lionsgate?
Yes, it is.
It's Lionsgate. You know, they got John Wick. They got The Hunger Games. They got this. They've quietly been building these mid-level franchises for themselves. They got Michael coming out.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on Lionsgate. So I can see why they made the movie, and I'm glad people like it. But you're right. I don't like movies that don't play fair. And especially, you know, if somebody dies. Look, with a movie like this, why doesn't Morgan Freeman pop up at the end? Why you got to kill him? He should disappear and ride off into the magical sunset.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because at the very, very end of the movie, all the horsemen and the three kids are hanging out in this secret apartment that nobody's supposed to know where they're at. They're all hanging out talking about how, oh, we all love each other and blah, blah, blah. And then there's a knock on the door. And somebody says, are you expecting something? To which Justice Smith says,
Tyrese.
Nobody's supposed to even know we're here. Yeah, it's Tyrese. And they go to and I was fully expecting, because of this huge gap that nobody even mentions, that they all almost got killed and that they got Morgan Freeman killed and all this kind of stuff. I thought, oh, Morgan Freeman's
it seems like it would lead you to that.
Alive.
Yeah.
Nope. It's just a package at the door, and they open it up, and this Star Wars-like Emperor Palpatine hologram pops up, and it's Mark Ruffalo. Hey, horseman. I see you found these kids. All right, kids, welcome to the Eye. Because your job, he says, and this is the last line of the movie, is just getting started.
That's the best Mark Ruffalo I've ever heard.
I thought it was a pretty good Mark Ruffalo.
I thought you were in the room with us.
It's almost as like you thut the Hulk was going to pop up any second.
Sounded just like Spotlight.
Just like Spotlight. So, I mean, so it's him. So clearly they're going to make more. And you know what? As horrendous crap fest of this movie is, of course you make more. This is a very inexpensive franchise for them to make. And it just made 75 million worldwide in its first week. So of course you make more. I mean, if the head of Lionsgate called me and said, should we make more? I'll say it breaks my heart to say it. And I feel like a piece of my soul is dying for saying it. But yes, you have to make more. It only makes business sense. So there's going to be more. All I can hope is that they make them better, because this movie absolutely sucks. And I say that as somebody who loves everybody involved with it.
Great
I
cast.
love Lionsgate. I like the director. I love the cast. Dave Franco, Isla Fisher.
Literally a top tier cast.
I like the fact you had to drive to Austin, Texas to see it.
Yeah. That was really committed.
You'll never
of you.
forget that.
Yep. And boy, does this make Running Man look like an Oscar winner. But anyway, guys, that's my little take on Now You See Me, Now You Don't. I don't know if you could tell, I really didn't like the movie at all. But hey, maybe some of you saw it and you did like it. Again, all film is subjective, and that's the best thing about it. Just because I didn't like it doesn't mean you can't like it. And if you did see it, I hope you did. But man, oh God, I hated this movie. Anyway, whatever you guys felt about it, jump into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.